You know how we like to start the show with something from our life.
Slice of life.
Slice of life. You know, what goes on behind the scenes of the guys from Somehow Related.
And then when I listen back, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Or
what do you mean? But
it reminds me of domestic stuff I've got to do. Last time I talked about my, hydronic heating getting eaten by rats.
Yeah.
And I had to build a rat cage thing to put, because they get up underneath it.
You built the cage?
Well, yeah, the guy goes, just get a bit of, chicken wire and you can do that. You can build the thing to stop the rats from coming in. I'm like, oh, okay.
We've got rats, and I kind of go, yeah, whatever.
No, but these get in.
No, I agree. If
stuff.
they're doing stuff, they're destroying stuff.
They're
but
naughty.
if they're running along the fence or something,
who cares?
Let them have their go. But no, something did happen that was quite. We don't normally do touching, but this was quite touching. No. Should I stop right now?
You were touched. What? It's a rare occasion.
That was quite touching. I had someone at the house, a worker.
You always got people. The other day I rang up. You said, "Oh, I got to ring you back. There's a plumber here." It's like bloody.
I have of late had a lot of people.
It's like changing rooms. Your house.
In fact, we got a rude comment from the neighbours.
What, another tradesman?
The amount of money the tradesman you had of that, you may as well have knocked the house down. And you're going, rude?
Yeah,
and then
rude.
she goes, anyway, I better get going. I've got COVID. I'm going, hang on.
Double rude.
You're rude, and then you've got COVID, and you're not giving me COVID. Anyway, so, man at the house, doing stuff outside. Yeah, anyway. And he goes, my wife's a big fan. Can you do a video? And I went, sure. So, I did the video. Charged him, what, 300? Yeah,
$3,000.
Yeah, $3,000.
Standard amount.
Did a video. And then he goes, I've got to be honest, 35 years ago, I was in the Royal Children's Hospital. And you came to visit me. And I just want to say...
Is this the touching bit?
This is the touching bit.
Oh, God. I'm nervous.
I just want to say, you don't realise the effect you had on me and the people in the ward that I was in. And you gave me a teddy bear. And I've still got the teddy bear to this day.
Wow. And did you go in dressed up as one of your characters or something? Or?
I don't.
Can you remember?
No, I wouldn't have gotten dressed up in character. I don't think so.
So that was the height of the comedy company, probably.
Yeah, so that would be 1988 or 9, because they're the 2 years it was on.
Yeah, 89 it was. Yeah, 89.
So, it was touching because he didn't talk about what he had, but he obviously, if he was in hospital and he was that young.
Probably leukemia or something.
Well, who knows? But he got through it and he said, I'm doing it right now. It's very gratifying to have people come forward and remind you, because I don't think he didn't want to say anything, but then he felt kind of comfortable because I did the video for his wife, that he felt good. So, this reminds you that when you do good things, people remember.
Well, similar, we've got painters around today, and when I walk in, the guy goes, I know you. I'm like, yeah? And I always go, yeah, I'm a criminal. And he goes, nah, you came to our footy club. I'm like, oh, no. He goes, and you hung shit on people. And I said, did I hang shit on you? He goes, nah, it was hilarious. I'm like, phew.
I know.
And I said, what did I say? And he said, at the footy club, they got photos of current and past players on the wall. And I pointed to one and said, look at this bloke. He looks like a serial killer. And that was, Al Smith. We pissed ourselves.
I know.
That's always a worry when I meet someone and they go, I was at a gig. And I'm like,
can I just say you really offended me with something you said, because my daughter was and you're going, oh, sorry. Really, it was a joke, and I regret it. Anyway, I've got to go now.
And they're dead now.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes I go, if someone offended me, would I go and tell them? I don't know. Would you?
No.
I don't think I would.
No.
I don't think we're the offending types, though.
Look, be careful. When I did radio with Hughesy, he said he couldn't be offended. And Kate went, all right, let's take calls. 13-24-10.
No,
ring up and try and offend Hughesy. And he's like, no. And people are like, mate, you're not funny. You're ugly. He's like, no. After the first call, he was like crying.
Yeah, I know.
But hey, no one can ring us on this show.
No,
so,
and we. By the way, we had a call out for some reviews, and people,
we got plenty.
and people, they came to the fore, because it does help us keep on air.
It does,
and keeping on doing what we're doing.
And thank you.
I think I spoke about that lady that was going through a divorce, and we'd helped her through a hard time. I think her name was Jane. Anyway, hello Jane, if you're listening, I think you might be. Anyway. So normally what happens in this segment is the
music starts.
Well, what happens is the story has an ending, and then the music comes up, or it's an embarrassing moment or something.
Yeah.
But let's bring the music up in a heartwarming, sentimental way. To sit back and reflect on the good things we've done for people in our lives. All of us, I'm saying.
All of us.
Not just you. I mean, people do good things all the time, and they don't get on the airways about them.
It's true.
And we're dipping our lid to those people.
Yeah. Oh, there we are.
But we are slightly better than everybody else.
Show business.
Yeah. No, anyway, here comes
There's
the music.
I think the music's
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast, The Music Stop. It's somehow related. We're going to get two topics, going to work out how they're related. And, hey, do you realise you're sponsored by cheese on 3AW? I heard you the other day on 3AW.
I don't like to listen.
That's Amore Cheese is your sponsor.
Is it?
Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that? You're not getting free cheese?
I just hear... I don't hear it, but I don't listen.
Well, it's good cheese.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, that's good cheese.
Hello, Amore, is it?
I think that's Amore.
Well, I know when I used to be... So they'd had a sock company that I was doing.
Yeah, I remember that. You had socks.
I forget what they're called now.
Underworks? Was it Underworks?
Oh, you're good.
Yeah,
Underworks. Did I get a packet of socks? Yes, I did.
Oh,
do I still wear them? Yes, I do.
They're good socks.
So
maybe you get some cheese. Yum.
Let's have a call out. Maybe
some cheese. And you're doing a topic on what things should you be able to do, like changing a tyre. It was a great topic, changing a tyre.
I've got a tap in my backyard.
Oh, you got to fix. That's right.
And I can't turn it off unless I turn it off really, really, really hard, and then I can't get back on again. So I need the washer. And then I'm going, I have no idea how to change a washer.
Well, I can change washers on bathroom taps. Because
can you?
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah.
What do you mean? Hang on. What do you mean? Of course you can. I can't.
Well, yeah, but they're easy. It's easy.
Is it?
And
it's not easy.
But
you're a real man.
No, but the garden tap, I would be a.
No, but I can't even do one in the kitchen.
Oh, you could do one. I can teach you.
Could you do a fuse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Old fuse.
I remember doing the old fuses, but
with wires to wire them up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But fuse boxes don't have fuses anymore.
No, but you have to read the board.
Yeah, and see which is triggered.
Which is triggered. And then you have to go through the whole house and turn everything off and everything back on again. But, I'm still not a handyman's man.
But that wasn't just about being a handyman. As one woman rang up and said, men should be able to braid their daughter's hair, which I can't do. But I know Des Dowling, he's a comedian. He's got daughters. He can braid hair. Like, I couldn't braid hair. Could you braid hair? He probably could.
No, you know what? I think I could, but I probably couldn't.
No, maybe.
Because when I look at it, I go, that's not that hard.
Yeah.
Because you have to brush it out and you've got to get into clean. Yeah. I know I do it, it'd be a bit rough. It wouldn't be perfect.
Right. Yeah,
and then the girl involved, whoever that would be, would go, I'm just going to comb it out.
Yeah. Anyway.
But you know what? On this very show, you said to me, we were talking about cheese. You said you can eat a bit of cheese, but just don't eat too much of it. But you can always have some. Now, every time I eat cheese, and I do most nights, I think of you.
Oh, really? Where's the cheese?
Yeah. Is that a good thing? It's like Kate Langbrook said to me once, this is unsavoury. Every time she goes to the toilet, she has a look.
Oh, yeah, at what you've done. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. But that's a good idea for health reasons.
No, but now, every time I go, I think of Kate Langbrook.
So you don't look at your stool?
No.
You should look at your stool to see if there's any blood and stuff.
See, we were talking about cheese. People are getting a good vibe. And now you've spun it out to...
Well, a stool looking...
Yeah, but mind you, I brought up the topic. Yeah, look, on occasion I will.
Okay, we should just get the topics.
Because I was going to talk about that thing we were talking about when you got to do the sample and what...
Sample.
I like that conversation because we were talking about what level does that go on the shelf. On the fridge. And doesn't go up the back because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I think we said it was a second shelf, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Well, it's certainly on a top shelf.
I've got another one of them. They keep sending them.
It's every 2 years. You've just forgotten.
Oh, jeez.
Don't leave it. Don't put it in the bottom drawer.
No.
Do yourself a favour.
Do it properly.
Anyway.
Okay, let's get the topics. What are they, Sam?
Birds and snipers.
Oh, yeah.
Birds. Birds is an old-fashioned term for girl.
Yeah.
It'd be very inappropriate if you called a bird.
Well, one of my friends still says that. Yeah, she was a good bird in her day. That kind of bit of a looker, a bit of a nice bird.
It comes back around, though, because they're... yeah. Anyway, but I dare say Sam was talking about birds.
Tweet. Do you like birds?
Oh, that's a good question. Do I like birds? Yeah.
I like a bit of bird song in the morning. Love it. Hearing the birds. Yeah, I don't like it when they wake you up though. Like when you're down the beach and the kookaburra arcs up at 6 a.m. Like, shut up.
There are a lot of kookaburras down your way.
Yeah.
The classic where they get on the balcony. They like meat, don't they?
They just sit and stare at you. They look great, kookaburras.
They do.
We call one Bob Hawke. I think he looks like Bob Hawke. He just sits there staring at us.
Yeah.
I love a kookaburra. I love it seeing an eagle or a hawk or whatever they are.
Yeah, because they can do that thing where not many birds can do. They just hold in one position.
Yeah.
They can just not hover, but they hold because they've seen something down there and they're going to swoop down and have a crack at it.
Penguins. I love a penguin. My favourite animal, probably.
Hang on.
They're a bird.
Is that a bird?
Yeah, penguins are birds. They're just a flightless bird.
When all the birds get together,
Yeah.
as we've said, do you reckon... Well,
the hawk would be the king, the big hawk.
Would be the king, but the penguin would be the best dressed.
Yes. Thought it was formal, guys.
Yeah. A hawk would be a hawk.
Oh, they're the kings.
Like, is there a king of the hawks? Like the bald eagle?
Yeah, maybe. Do they have them here in Australia?
No, that's an American one.
There'd be the hawks, the penguins, seagulls down the bottom somewhere.
Seagulls, as a friend of mine said, rats with wings.
Yeah, sparrows, they're down the bottom.
Yeah. I like a bellbird or
yeah.
Bing.
Rosella?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, lyrebird?
Or cassowary. I saw one the other day when I was in Cairns. I went up to Coranda, which is in the mountains. Gee, it was beautiful.
I did a school project on a cassowary. Can't remember anything that I talked about. But
you can eat them, you know. You can eat them.
If that was on the menu, would you eat it?
Yeah, I'd have a crack because it's like turkey.
Oh, so there's plenty of meat.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two guys have walked in here.
Do you need to?
Yeah, you going to make noise?
Just had lunch. That was good.
We don't need to talk about it.
No.
But I got ridiculed by Mel, who was here, for not having a hamburger.
She's a barmaid.
I had pumpkin soup.
I think she got offended when you said you're a nice bird because we were just talking about it.
Well, was that inappropriate?
Nice bird.
Yeah,
she's
you're
a nice bird.
Here's my lunch order.
She wouldn't care, I don't think. Anyway, we can't speak for her, but you know what is a real sign of a... Remember you go into someone's house, they'd have a bird in the house, in a cage?
Yeah,
or they'd be flying about?
Yeah.
Real working class thing, wasn't it?
Do you judge a person for that?
No, when I met a guy once and he said, I grew up in a working class house, I'm like, oh yeah, how working class? And he goes, we had birds in the house. I'm like, oh yeah. That's the real deal, Glenn.
What, you mean pigeons or budgerigars?
Pigeons. I mean budgerigars.
So this is a statement.
Just a suburban house. Yeah, if you've got birds in the house, you're probably working class, I'd say. And pigeons too. That's even more working class, don't you reckon?
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I mean, I'm just trying to think of a wealthy person, whether they would have, a wealthy person, would have birds out in the backyard or birds in a cage.
In an aviary. Yeah, if you're like, Pablo Escobar, he had birds and animals and stuff, didn't he?
But what about the people who carry the birds, often have a very exotic bird on their shoulder?
Yeah, I reckon that's a different class of person.
That is.
That's just weird.
Because I was very judgmental the other day. Someone got off the train in front of me. He had a bird on his shoulder, and I'm going, let the bird just go do its thing. But birds got wings for a reason, not to get carried around by some old guy with greasy hair.
Was it an old guy or a hipster?
A hipster. I'm going, you're showing off.
Yeah, that's showing off.
It's showing off. You don't. Does the bird want to go down the shops? I don't think so.
No, the bird.
And the bird's been trained to believe that it should be wandering around on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And what does the bird do when it wants to go to the toilet? Craps down the back of his
his jacket.
His cool jacket. That's, anyway, I don't know. Am I being judgmental? I'm pretty safe to say that we wouldn't have many people out there listening that carry around birds on their shoulders.
No. Imagine if a pirate's listening. Oh, me hearties. God damn.
If you are, feel free to give us a review and say, well, you are being so harsh and judgmental. That's understandable. So, but what about a budgerigar in a cage by itself?
Yeah, I think that's a bit sad.
So do I.
No, old ladies love it, don't they? Canaries.
Canary and a budgerigar. And have you ever seen a budgerigar in the wild?
No. Where are they native or
what sort of environment do they live in? Do they live in
cages in the wild?
But it's sad. You're going, I mean, we've talked about this in the show before. I mean, I'm not big on zoos.
No, you're not big on zoos. You're not big on birds either. Bird cages.
Bird cages, I mean, If they get, but reality is, if they got out of the cage, they would die out there pretty quickly.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
because domestic cats. Well, that's why your domestic cat and your bird. That's why people keep wandering, having their cats outside, especially at night.
I know.
Killing birds.
Lock them inside, we do. Why don't we talk to someone who knows about birds? Because we're not an expert. You know who loves birds? It's Geraldine Hickey. I saw her the other day, and she's got the comedian.
Yeah,
she's got like shirts with birds on them, different types of
so
birds.
So she's a bird expert, a bird lover,
Twitcher, they're called.
Twitcher? Are they really?
Yeah, Twitcher. That's the name for a bird watcher.
So she with her spare time probably goes out and bird watches.
There's some famous Twitchers. Bill Oddie from The Goodies was a famous Twitcher. He wrote a book about birds. Yeah.
I guess it's like collecting something. You get to see things because you've never seen one of those before. Well, I mean, we all do rejoice a bit when we go, oh, look, there's a kookaburra. Oh, look, there's a... If you just see a sparrow or a seagull,
whatever,
you go, boring, get out of it.
I saw an owl on a clothesline once.
Yeah, very cool.
A tawny frog.
Tawny frog. I remember
amazing.
I saw it on the power line, and it just very casually, everything stayed still, but its head just went very slowly watching us walk down the street.
Oh, that's cool.
They are cool cats.
They are.
Oh, well, that's the wrong word, but they are. I like it. I like
I hate cats.
I like it. Okay, yeah, Geraldine. I'd love to talk to Geraldine.
Let's ring her.
Big fan.
Let's ring her. All right.
Mushy mushy.
Hello, is that Geraldine Hickey?
Yes, it is, Dave. How are you?
I'm now. We should explain. This is the.
Who's this?
That's
Glenn Robbins here as well. Oh, this is embarrassing. We do a podcast called Somehow Related, and so you're being recorded. Do you mind if we put you to air? Is that okay?
Oh no, yeah, that's fine. I love attention.
Yeah, we all love attention, don't we?
But Dave was saying on the podcast. Can we say this? That she hopefully she doesn't mind that because she's an expert on birds. And we said because our topic this week is birds and snipers. So we need someone who knows about birds. And Dave said, let's ring Geraldine.
Why do you love birds, Geraldine? I know you love them.
I do love birds, all kinds of birds. You know, birds like the pretty birds and the big birds and the women birds.
Oh yeah, females.
Oh yeah.
But what are there any birds you don't like? Like I don't like those cockatoos that get in the bins. You know. Do you love them?
Cockatoos are fun. Cockatoos are they're like rowdy teenagers on a train.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Squawking and leaving rubbish and stuff, and then they just barrel through. They're fun.
What's your favourite bird then? Have you got a favourite?
You can't have to Twitcher as their favourite bird. Like the list is too big. But no, I do. I do love parrots. But I love raptors. Are probably my favourites.
What are they? Are they like an eagle?
Yeah, raptors. They're like all the birds of prey, so eagles, falcons, and hawks and owls and stuff.
It's a subcategory, Glenn.
Oh.
Raptors.
Yeah.
So she really does know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So raptors, like any bird that has talons. So that's what makes it a raptor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're being interesting.
Learning stuff.
Yeah.
So you just got to think clever girl.
Yeah.
But I'm the clever girl for knowing that.
And I know you're obsessed by bird shows where you go to, this is like Glenn when you go to Hillsville Sanctuary and they have the birds.
Meaning birds that will fly into your arms or something.
Yeah, they have a guy or a woman. What's the best one you've seen and what's the worst one, maybe?
There are different levels of bird shows, absolutely. There are different levels. Taronga Zoo, that's a great example of an elite level bird show.
Elite.
Yeah, that's level one. And it's level one because all different levels are great, and I do love them all. But level one, you've got good amount of birds, like good variety of birds. They're really well trained. Everybody knows what they're doing. Like it's a slick show. It's really slick.
So the birds fly in and stuff and do tricks and stuff, do they?
Yeah, they'll fly right over the top of your head. They'll give a buzzard like a rock, and it'll open up a big emu egg. It's a fake one, but, it uses tools. Demonstrates how it uses tools.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Hillsville, that's a level 2 bird show because it's not as slick.
Yeah, a bit more.
Good amount of birds. And one time I went, the buzzard took off. The trainer came and went, please welcome Bernice the buzzard. And Bernice came in and did a lap and then left. And he just went, oh no, she's gone, hasn't she? And we're like, yeah. But then she appeared again. And we were like, oh no, she's back. Whoa. It's like, pantomime type stuff. It was brilliant. Loved it. And then there's like level 3. That's when I went to one in like southern Queensland, and it was just this woman going, oh no, it's just me. So just chat amongst yourselves while I go up to the shed and get the next bird. And then she'd, come out with an owl, and then she'd like have this bum bag, and she'd pull out raw rabbit meat and toss it in the air, and like a falcon would grab it out of the air. I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And she was like, oh, that's not even our falcon. But
I love it.
Next door's popped over for a bit of lunch.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wow. And so what, were you always a twitcher? Did you like birds as a kid?
Yeah, that'd be it.
No.
Oh.
Wasn't interested in a kid at all. Like, interested enough, like, to, if I, big rapids and stuff, it's just cool. Like, oh, that's cool. But it was definitely it was a lockdown thing. It was, it was something to do during lockdown. Yeah.
And
there's a guy, Birdman, Sean Dooley.
Yeah, I know Sean Dooley, yeah.
You know Sean Dooley.
Yeah,
He's an old comedy writer.
He's an old comedian, yeah, from back in the day.
He would come on our radio show once a month, and there was one day where he said, like, when we had the 5K radius, you couldn't go outside your 5K, and he was just like, just see how many birds, different species of birds you can see in your 5K. And he would spot like 25 within 10 minutes, and I would see like 3, and I was like, oh, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's like, everyone's doing Pokemon Go, and I was doing.
What a great idea. Birds. What a fun thing to do. I'd love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of meditative as well. It's someone else described it as bushwalking with a purpose.
Yeah. Well, you see older people going out with a binocular, they go bird spotting, and it fills up a day beautifully for them. I guess it's seeing one that's quite rare as opposed to seeing one that's quite common. If you see a rare one, you go, it's a big tick on your page, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they call that a lifer. When you see a bird that you haven't seen before, it's a lifer.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've got a lifer today. We've got a lifer because it's the first time you've ever seen that bird in your life, a lifer.
Oh, and so are you writing down what you see now? Are you...
I wish I was keeping a tally, but I do know I did get a lifer the other day, which is very exciting.
What?
Got some pinky duck.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, is that
it's a bit rare because that's why it was a lifer for me.
The lifer.
Pretty exciting.
The lifer. Well, it's fascinating, Geraldine. In the world of birds, we've learned something.
Every time I look at a bird now, I'm going to think of you, which is a good thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's my aim.
Yeah.
For everyone to look at birds and think of that other bird, Geraldine.
The other bird that likes birds of all sorts.
And have you got your own bird? You haven't got your own bird, have you, in a cage?
No,
that's
no.
good.
I've got dogs. They'll eat them. But I do have a bird calendar that's now available for sale. And if you get on my socials, there's a link.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you want to check out Geraldine Hickey, anything she does. And you were fantastic on Thank God You're Here.
Always is.
Thank you.
And have you been paying attention? Yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Geraldine. Go on.
Are you going to talk about snipers next that'll shoot birds? Is that all right?
So, do you know the connection or?
Because snipers have the eyesight of a bird.
Oh, that might be the connection.
Because birds like hawks and stuff can see a little rabbit from miles away, can't they?
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll tell Sam.
We'll find out.
We'll find out from Sam. Yeah.
Thanks, Geraldine.
Thanks, Geraldine.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No worries.
See you, mate.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, there we go.
She's fantastic.
I love Geraldine Hickey.
You know where I first met her? Right here.
Right here.
We did a show called
Dave the Pilot. I've got to put that up somewhere. I've got it.
If you haven't seen it, you should put it up somewhere.
She's very funny in it.
It is an excellent pilot that should have got up.
Yeah.
And she played, she was
Jodie,
very well received playing the chef that was a little bit too...
pushy?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's
a little bit.
funny.
Except we were playing guys who were taking themselves a bit too seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Very funny stuff. Yeah, thanks for that, Geraldine.
Should we talk about snipers?
Yeah. I'm no expert on sniper.
So that's like an assassin, isn't it? Like, have you seen American Sniper? Oh,
No,
great movie.
Bradley.
Yeah, it's Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, yeah.
Oh,
Is it
great.
good?
Oh, yeah.
See, I just don't see the good-looking guys shooting people like that.
No, I don't think the real American Sniper looks like him. But then again, he'd be very fit because they're Marines or whatever.
So a sniper is someone who is a very good shot, has been employed either by an army or
terrorist organisation
to take someone out from a long distance and then not be seen.
Yeah.
They don't walk in and go shoot from the hip. They've got a telescopic lens, and
they're up on a tower,
and they know when someone's going to be in a certain place, and they go.
Yeah, it's a great movie because he battles against the Iraqi sniper. He was famous in the war. This sniper,
Okay.
like like the Red Baron, for example.
What do you mean he battled against him?
Well, they're in like some sort of battle situation, and this sniper's taking people out. The Iraqi sniper's
so what
taking
did Bradley
people out.
Cooper do?
Bradley Cooper's trying to see where he's shooting from and trying to
he's
shoot
trying
him.
to take him out.
Trying to take him out.
That's a good film.
Yeah, I can't remember much about it, but I remember really liking it.
They can sometimes be in like a hide or something,
Yes.
or camouflage, or in the case of JFK.
Book Depository.
Yep.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
He was a sniper?
Yeah, well, he was in the Marines, so
He knew what he was doing.
he was used to guns. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, he didn't do it," but I still believe I reckon he did it.
He was a patsy.
You reckon he was a fall guy?
Well, you set one up, and then you do it with the other one.
Yeah.
Is that what you reckon? You reckon he really did it? Oh, here we go.
I reckon he did it. But then again, I reckon, isn't there a theory that the bodyguard's gun went off now? Like if you...
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy that was behind him's gun went off or something, apparently. I don't know. We
should have a conspiracy about this show.
Yeah. They're not. They're AI. They're not real.
Oh, that's good.
Glenn Robbins... He moved to Queensland years ago, and it's not him. It's just his voice. It's like a robot.
And one day it'll just go... I'll be talking and it'll get into a loop. Okay, so you've got rifles, you've got long distance, you've got... You know what is interesting? They have to factor in... because they can shoot up to like...
a mile away.
Yeah. And you're in the crosshair. I mean, that's the joke, isn't it? Where you're standing there and then someone said, "Oh, look out, there's a laser light on your chest."
Yeah.
Because
the red dot.
they wouldn't have a laser light, would they? They couldn't.
Not these days.
No.
Maybe they do. That seems to be in movies and TV shows.
Other films that are famous.
Snipers.
The Deer Hunter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember my dad used to talk about Day of the Jackal.
Oh, that is a sniper. Oh, yeah, on the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I remember he said you should read this book. When he was assembling his gun, I felt every moment. I'm going, Dad, it's a bit weird.
Bit weird, Dad.
Yeah. But there haven't been that many sniper films, I don't think.
No.
As I say to the grandchild, are snipers goodies or baddies? Inherently, they're baddies, aren't they?
Yeah, they're baddies.
Because they're killing someone.
Remember the Washington sniper? Who modified his car to lie in his boot and just shoot people randomly? That was,
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a serial killer.
And they could just drive off.
Yeah, and he had an assistant. He had a younger guy helping him.
And people were just dropping.
Yeah, at petrol stations.
Yeah, and just everyday people.
Yeah, there's no motive.
That's right. I saw it on
Normally
one of those.
Snipers are politically motivated.
That was he was trying to make a point about something?
No, they don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what he was doing.
Have you ever shot a gun like that?
Yeah, well, not a sniper. Right? I've shot a shotgun.
I've shot a shotgun.
Yeah,
and did you feel a little deep sense of satisfaction?
I liked it. We did clay pigeon shooting in Scouts. That's where you do all the dangerous stuff in Scouts.
That's where you really learn how to be a real person.
Yeah. Pull, and the thing shoots up in the air.
Did you get any?
Yeah.
Because with the shotgun, you got a fair...
Big spread.
And you have different shot for amount of spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
And did it ever make you feel like you wanted to spend more time around guns?
No.
No.
Never shot a pistol.
No, I never shot a pistol. Apparently the Magnum's got a bit of a kick on it.
Oh, they all kick back a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime I'm around guns, I just feel uneasy because often on set with Russell Coit.
Russell Coit, does he have guns?
Oh yeah,
No, he'd have a lot of. He'd have guns.
he had a gun. He
safe.
did a gun thing where with some kids, and he unlocked the double barrel, and then locked his finger in as he closed it again. Another one where he said, if you're caught in the desert, you can use a gun to alert people, and you let it off, and he fired it in the air just to say a guy was going over in a small plane.
I don't remember that one. That's a good one.
And then one that's going around at the moment, not that I watch it that much, is where he's teaching a group of tourists gun safety, and then he goes, so a gun like this is very dangerous, and he taps the gun on the end of the gun butt and shoots the lady in the foot.
Jesus.
But it's really weird. Even if you know a gun is empty and you point it at someone, it still scares the shit out of you.
Full on.
And
So you'd have an armourer there, wouldn't you?
armourer, that was the word I was looking for. And then they make an announcement. They go, "Here, I'm showing you the barrel.
That's right.
The barrel is empty.
Yeah.
Please, everyone has to." I mean, with what's his name? The Baldwin.
Yeah, terrible Baldwin. Yeah.
That was so bad.
And also Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, got killed on set.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got killed on set by a gun.
Because I mean, they shouldn't even have real bullets around on set, let alone in the gun.
I know. It's
terrible.
terrible.
It's just, terrible.
Awful. Well, let's have some thinking music. Birds and snipes. What can we have?
Bird chirping.
I love a bit of bird noise.
Birds,
Some
snipers,
birds.
a bit from American Sniper.
American Sniper.
Have you
Taking the shot.
Who's that guy that's really popular now in the US? Shane Gillis.
Oh, I love Shane Gillis. I did a gig with him once.
I mean, it's a bit bleak, but he does a really good bit of stand-up about...
Oh, is it about the head of ISIS?
No, it's about if Donald Trump got shot, he'd make a funny noise.
Oh, okay. That's funny. Ooh, He does a good Trump too, Shane Gillis.
He does a really good Trump.
Yeah, he's a very funny
Is that
stand-up.
okay? Are we being inappropriate to play that?
No, let's play it. Let's play it. Here we go.
What I said was true. If you had to rank them from least funny to funniest, assassination, easy number one. For real, he'd be talking shit like when it happened. He'd be doing like a rally. He'd be like, my opponent's gay. I walked in, I saw him. I said, wow, this guy's gay. The shooter would be coming out and be like, sit down. You're gay. You're gay. Get hit. He'd definitely make a funny noise into the, like he'd get hit, be like, and fall.
Oh, great
He's a good
stand-up.
You put me onto him.
Yeah, I did a gig with him once. Yeah, he's funny.
You what? You did a gig with him?
He was touring Australia a few years ago, and he came and did the Basement Comedy Club as like a warm-up. I didn't know who he was, and then I was talking to him, and he was funny.
He's really funny, and he's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Not that I would know, man, but every time I pop on YouTube, it's
he's
random.
great.
Yeah, it's great.
He's funny.
Very funny. And there's a YouTube special that you told me about.
Yeah, it's free.
That's free. There's him 50 minutes. He's kind of like his own Netflix special.
And that went viral, and so now he's got his own Netflix special.
Oh, has he?
Stand-up. Yeah, that's very funny too. We talked about...
He's just got a really good demeanour. Anyway, what do we do now? I forget.
Okay. What is your guess? Well, Geraldine gave you a clue, didn't she?
What did she say?
She said that birds' eyes are like a sniper's.
Oh, that's really good.
Eye.
Meaning that they can see like from a couple of kilometres away.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that some snipers... No, that some people have trained birds to find snipers.
Oh.
So they have trouble because if you're a sniper, you go, oh, that's just a bird. That's not engaging to me. And then the bird swoops down and goes, cheap, cheap. Here's the guy, and you go, there he is in the camouflage. What are you going to say?
I'm going to have Geraldine. The snipers, the sniper rifle has been modelled on a bird's eye.
Okay.
That thing you look through.
Oh, that's good.
What is the answer, Sam?
The name sniper comes from the verb to snipe, which originated in the 1770s among soldiers in British India in reference to shooting snipes, a wader that was considered an extremely challenging game bird for hunters due to its alertness, camouflaging color and erratic flight behavior.
Wow.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
So does that means that the bird was called a sniper?
It's called a snipe.
Snipe.
Yeah.
And how does that relate to a person with a gun? Meaning,
Because it was very difficult for hunters to hit. Once a person got a snipe, they were called a sniper. So they made a good shot.
oh, I see.
They made a good shot.
No, sorry, I should have listened properly.
I've got a great joke about a sniper, but it's a bit rude. But I'll just say, kids, turn off now. Turn off now,
Yeah.
kids.
Well, I was just with my stretch therapist, Margie, and she said that she had a good laugh at the podcast. And I'm waiting for her to say something about something
But
it was one of your jokes at the end. So you've created a little.
was it inappropriate or?
No, she said it was really funny.
Oh, okay. So kids are under 15 shouldn't listen to this joke. It's not
okay, we're giving you fair warning.
Yeah, it's not PG. It's R-rated joke. Anyway, so what happens is a guy, he finds out that his wife is having an affair with the next door neighbour. Okay. And so he's depressed. He goes to the pub and he sits down and the bloke next to him says, "You look a bit sad." He goes, "Yeah, I've just found out my wife's having an affair with the next door neighbour." And the guy goes, "Well, this is your lucky day. I'm a sniper. I'm a professional assassin and I will kill both of them." Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, but how much is that going to cost?" He goes, "I'll do you a deal. $500 for each. So that's $1,000, yeah? $500 for each bullet I use, yeah? So that'll be $1,000. One bullet each, yeah?" He goes, "Okay, let's go." So they creep up to the neighbour's house and there is his wife naked, sitting on the bed.
Yeah.
And the guy is standing in front of her naked.
Yeah.
The neighbour is naked.
Yeah.
And the sniper goes, "Okay, one more question. Where do you want me to shoot him?"
Yeah.
Shoot the neighbour. He goes, "I want you to shoot him in the groin area because that's caused all these problems." All right. Okay, where do you want me to shoot your wife?" "Oh, no. In the head, I think, it's got to be a kill shot." "All right, okay. All right. I'm just lining up the shots. I'm lining up the shots. The guy goes, "What's taking so long?" He goes, "Mate, I'm about to save you $500. You get that?
Yeah.
Is that inappropriate or?
Not at all.
That's funny.
No, that's a funny joke. No, that's not inappropriate. I don't. Yeah. If there were kids out there, you'll learn something.
They may not understand it.